What's up, boys and girls? How's it going? Let's go, baby. Ryan Van Tyne. We'll pop a little fish beer.
Ooh.
Yeah, you want one? They're in there.
No, I brought my
You
own.
sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. Tonight we got Smallie Games 2025 kickoff, baby. We got a bunch of stuff. We're gonna kind of wrap up the 2024 games, and then we're going to do some recognition for the Bronze Masters, all that stuff. First, I want to bring on this is an announcement you may have missed. The new commissioner. The commissioner. This is the Roger Goodell of Smallie Games now. Jeff Daly, the Rock Bass King himself. What's up, dude?
What's up, boys?
Yeah, dude, we're getting in that time of year. I feel like it's like you can feel it, dude. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like it's getting real.
Palpable.
It is palpable.
The back and forth weather. It's 70 for 2 days, gets you excited, and then it's 30 and 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, I feel like I've been out 3 times in the past couple weeks because I went out and felt that I got that drug, dude.
Oh yeah.
I got that I was tossing around a mag draft and just got hammered. I got choked on it after trying to do some winter fishing. I started out thinking they were winter holes, and I got absolutely hammered on a mag draft, and it I can feel that deep in my loins, Kevin Hawkins. Yes, I felt it deep in my loins, dude. I was loined up, dude. So I ended up going out a couple other times, and yeah, they're definitely chasing. So they're full on pre-spawn mode here in Indiana. So it's pretty awesome. So good time to start. You know, we normally start Smallie Games March 1st. So this year we decided to do April 1st mainly because we suck and we're lazy. But we had, the Munchie release and all that has just kind of really been putting some pressure on our time. And so we're like, let's just push it back to April 1st. I think we're still going to run it through the end of October. Or actually, Jeff, is it November 2nd? Is that
Yeah, because I think the 31st falls on a Friday again this year. So I talked to Andrew.
Let me change those rules.
Okay, I do have the rules uploaded already to the website.
Oh,
so
do you?
We'll we can change it. But
I mean, it's not a big deal. It's 2 days, so we
Yeah.
can talk to anyone. It was just the same thing last year. I thought it was weird it ended on a Friday, and most guys working a normal job give them the 2 extra days, and for the fact that I caught 13 20-inch fish in those 2 days last year, so
Yeah.
Indiana would not have been tied.
Yeah, I feel like the March bite can be really spectacular, but I mean, April is you can't miss in April unless you live in Minnesota. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys up north. You're still ice
Scrivener.
Yeah. Scrivener, we'll talk about that because we are going to do a wrap up of winter Smallie Games. And I was putting up the leaderboard literally right before we started this podcast, and Scrivener was getting him through the ice, bud. That's the only way that dude was catching him, and he got 3 of them. So I'm pretty impressed, if I have to say. So
I knew he was pretty serious when Aaron Weeb gave him a shout out on one of his videos. And I was like, all right, maybe Scrivener's a little bit bigger than I think.
Who gave him a shout out?
Uncut Angling, Aaron Weeb.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to look him up. He's got buck and broncs, rip and wrap, smallmouth through the ice.
Okay. Yeah, Scrivener is the real deal, dude. I fished against him. He kicked my ass up in Wisconsin, and my ass will still sore from that. So but yeah, so we're gonna announce that. I will say this: we got 27 people on here. I imagine all 27 years playing Smallie Games. We are doing a pre-sale for Smallie Games, or pre-order for the 2025 games. It is up right now. It's normally going to be $20 for the starter kit. It's $15 right now. That's going to stay $15 until April 1st. So if you guys want to go on and order them, You can place your orders right now. We'll get them shipped out. I know we're waiting on one item that we don't have yet, which you'll see if you go on the product page, you'll see what it includes. But it's the koozies.
And I have no delivery date on that at all.
Yeah, so as soon as the koozies come in, we'll get them shipped out. But you can pre-order for $15. And yeah, this year they do include a koozie, which I feel like is kind of one of those things that make the game worth it. We do have a discount. I changed it. It's 10% discount for the entire season. So you'll have a discount that you can use if you sign up. So $20 well spent. So 15 if you get in early. So anyways, gonna start off. I'm gonna kind of run this part because I wanted to wrap up the games for 2024. And the first thing I do this every year, and I'll post these to Instagram. I haven't, as soon as we get off here, I'll put it up as a post. But I do a thing, Smallie games by the numbers. And basically what I wanted to do is just kind of look at kind of Smallie games wrap up. Nothing crazy, but you guys will see here in a sec. I'm going to put these up on the screen. So the first thing, total players. Last year we had 173 total players, which I think we had about 140 something before, so we're up a little bit. I would love to break the 200 mark this year. It should be fairly easy to do. This year's game, I would feel like, is a lot more simple than last year's game. So I think if you, I think it's more beatable this year. Would you say?
Yeah, I do think. I think it's more beatable. It's definitely more simplistic. And if we do get more than 200 players, we'll definitely have to order more boards.
Yeah, we only got 200 boards to start off. So yeah. Anyways, 16 states represented. That was one of the things I was a little disappointed at. I think we had 18 the year before, so we had a couple states drop off. Not trying to call anybody out. Tennessee, which we had some Tennesseans in this game, but there's some staple smallmouth states I feel like are vastly underrepresented. Tennessee, Wisconsin, Minnesota. We need to get. So if you live in those states. Yeah, I mean, Joe Lynx has been out there just doing his, basically carrying all the weight of New York on his shoulders. But I feel like we need to get more people interested in it, more people recruited to the game. So if you're in your state, recruit. Get guys. I mean, seriously, if you sign up right now, it's $15. At the most, it's $20 to sign up. Get them to sign up. Get them playing. It's fun. There's no downside to it. I'm going to try to do more giveaways this year. We tried doing it a little bit last year, but I feel like now that Jeff's kind of in charge of it, I'm going to line up the sponsors. I'm going to get the product. He's going to give a really creative way to give them away. So I feel like we're going to do more of that this year. Now, this is the coolest part, I think, of this little slideshow here. This is the total inches of smallmouth that were submitted. Check that number out. 38,472 inches of smallmouth submitted. That is, so compare that to year one, where we did, I think it was 14,500. Yeah. So really didn't have that many more players this past year. It's just probably just better fishermen. I mean, if I'm being honest, probably just better fishermen. So yeah, I think that it was pretty cool to see. So let's see here. I did total 23 total 20 inches. Where's that at?
It's probably that one, right?
Yeah. Total 20 inches submitted. We had 288, which obviously the 20-inch leaderboard drove a lot of that. So that's a lot. That represented a ton of numbers. 288 20-inchers. 21s were up too. 52 21-inchers submitted. That's crazy, dude.
That's wild.
21s are that's like fish of a lifetime for a lot of people. So 21-inch, 52 21-inchers submitted. Now, keep in mind, last year we had 0 22s submitted.
Yeah.
This year, 7 22 submitted. So I feel like
How many of those were yours?
22s, I think
Yeah.
I only had one.
Okay.
I've only got one over 22.
Yeah.
February. So, and that was my bonus fish. So, yeah, 7 22s. And then I'm remiss. I didn't have enough time. Jeff wanted me to put the crying Jordan meme on this, but it didn't make it. 0 23 submitted for so this is season 3. We're going into season 4. We have yet to have a 23 incher submitted. So, I don't know without getting into details on this game, what does a 23 do for you in this game, the new year?
The 23 will get you twice as many playing pieces as a 22. It'll get you 20 squares.
So that's like, it's not quite a fourth of the game, but it's like almost. It's
a fifth of it's just under a fifth of the game.
Okay. Yeah. So you can be a fifth of the game with one fish. All right. So I wanted to recognize, I know Dahl had to drop off, but I wanted to recognize the Bronze Masters from last year. And what I want to say, like, these guys are like really dedicated anglers. I want to take the time, to thank everybody for buying in and playing this game, because this is like one of those things we dreamed up, in one of our meetings, and like just to have a couple hundred people around the country playing, it's pretty fucking cool. Like I think it's pretty a neat thing, and I just want to thank everybody for playing, taking the time to go on and upload your fish and order stickers, because I know it's a little bit tedious to get your game pieces and all that. About as tedious as for us to put them in an envelope and send them to you.
I was gonna say, the more you guys play, the less Josh and I and Jeff can play.
So yeah. But specifically, we had 11 Bronze Masters this year, and I'll say this: if you do make Bronze Master, please, I'll put it in the thing this year. Please make sure you email me a picture of your completed board. I had one that I didn't get, and I didn't order enough of one of the things in the thing. So I'm going to do without on that one part of the package. But I want to go through here. I'm going to list the Bronze Masters, and then I'm going to go and recognize or show you guys the prize package. So let's see here. What do we got here? All right. Bronze Masters. We're going to go, I guess first one, I'll just say me, because I don't have a picture of me up here. So I'm one of the Bronze Masters. Second one, no surprise. Look at that. Look at that, dude. Look at that cheese-eating grin with those 220-inch smallmouth. Ryan Dahl out of Ohio. No surprise, Ryan. Ryan is and I will put a post up on Instagram recognizing you guys. Ryan is the 3 times Bronze Master, so he's won it every season. The next one, Brandon Sandy out of Pennsylvania on the mighty Susquehanna. Brandon is a 2 times Bronze Master. He won it last year and this year, so congrats, Brandon. Then we have the infamous, where's he at? There he is, little Jason Myers. Jason is also a 3 times Bronze Master out of Ohio. Dude just absolutely crushes on the GMR. So, and I think he likes to go to St. Clair as well. So, so congrats, Jason. And then we have, let's see here, where's Thomas? Yes, Thomas Cox. I asked him for a picture. He sent me a muskie. What can I say? So this is what's going up there. He's got an Achigan hat on. I think he's got the mud bug hat on. So we'll take it. And then Minnesota man himself, Eric Scrivener. Eric is, like I said, we were just talking about him earlier. Dude is an absolute hammer. And he did say he can't make it tonight, so I don't think he's going to be in the comments. But congrats to Eric. And then we have, let's see here. Do I have that picture? tell you what, we're gonna go through here. We got Kevin Waddell. I believe Kevin's out of Virginia. Is he out of Virginia, Jeff? Is that correct?
I mean, they're all the same. They lost the war, so do they matter?
I'm pretty sure. Kevin, are you in the comments, dude? I'm pretty sure that Kevin is. I tell you what, hang on. I'm gonna look this up because this is gonna make me mad if I don't. Hang on here, because I want to make sure that we give the dudes his due, and I'm pretty sure Kevin is out of Virginia. So, hang on here. I'm doing this by memory here. So, what we got?
Yep. Virginia.
Yes, Virginia. I got it right, baby. I was doubting myself there for a second. And then we have, hang on, I know Kevin is loving that freaking mug up there. All right. And we got, hang on here. I got to add a picture because I didn't have one sent over of this dude. So I want to make sure we're. Did you see that? I was watching the live while we were on the live.
Just now?
Yeah.
Why is it so delayed?
Yeah, here he is. Okay. I have a picture of him somewhere.
Has anybody released any
There
sneak
he is.
peeks of the game board for this year yet?
Jeff,
Jeff, have you?
So I took a clip, like I screenshotted the logo and cropped it down, and I think I had maybe a week or two ago, but no one seen the board. It's just like one little piece of it. So
Okay.
2275. Okay, hang on here. We're gonna add this picture because I want to make sure he's okay. There we go.
That was some quick work there, bud.
Yeah, I know. William Ottinger, I believe that's how you say his name. And he is out of, I think, is he in Indiana? No. Where's he out of? He is out of Pennsylvania. Fucking Pennsylvanians, dude. But William is a first-time bronze master, so congrats. And I didn't mention Eric Scribner. He's a 2 times bronze master, so 23 and 24. Then we have, let's see here.
Do you know, were they playing in 22? Or did they join in 23? And
I don't know the answer to that.
okay.
I also have one more that's not in here. How did I not get that, dude? In there. Hang on. Technical difficulties here. Oh, there he is. Okay, then we have another Pennsylvanian, Bill Larson, baby. Pennsylvania, Susquehanna, jet boat extraordinaire. It's first time for Bill, so congratulations, Bill. And then we have, oh man, let's see here. And I'm going to try to pronounce this dude's last name, but I did. This dude's out of Canada. Thomas Polinsky. I think that's how you say that. Would you say that? Paleczny. Polinsky?
Yeah, Palexi.
I'm going to say Polinsky. If it's wrong, sorry, bro. Let's see here. See if he's in the comments. There we go. Yeah, we had William in the comments too. So, and then we have, I think that's it, dude. I think that's all we have. No, yeah.
That's it. End of list. I don't see another useful name on here.
I'd be remiss if I didn't include Jeff Daly. Look at that, dude. That might be the biggest smallmouth that anybody's.
It's a good looking picture.
Yeah, it's a good looking picture, dude. That's a freaking tank. So, congrats, Jeff Daly.
15.5 inch 2-pounder.
I missed the curly mustache. I'm not gonna lie. So,
Damn.
so
That's
yeah,
what happens in Amish when you get married. You got to cut the mustache off.
Yeah. Well, oh, he said close enough. and Thomas is out of Ontario, I believe. So that's I forgot to mention that. So he's our second Canadian bronze master. So Joey DiCenzo did it last year. And Joey, I think, completed the board this year, but he didn't do the wild cards. So, you got to do the wild cards. You don't do the wild cards, you're not going to – it's part of the game, bud. So congrats to all you guys. Like I said, I'm going to post up
Ask him to do a phonetic spelling real quick. So
yeah, Tom's do a phonetic spelling so we can know about that. So, yeah, I'll put up a post on Instagram and I'll tag all you guys and probably do like a collab post. So when I do that, maybe later tonight, if you could accept the collab, because I would like to, Randy wants that individual leaderboard. Well, I thought about it, but I ran out of time, bud. So I don't have an individual.
That's only for players that didn't stop after June.
Plechny. Gosh dang, I thought I had it, dude. I was driving home and I was like, I wonder how you pronounce that dude's last name. And I was like, I got it. No.
Confidence, 100% confidence.
Yeah. And yes, Randy, I'm sure you would smoke everybody on the 20-inch individual leaderboard. But I also ran out of time. I know somebody, I can't remember who it was, Mikey Holcomb, he'd asked me to do it. So maybe I'll release that as a separate post because I think I can handle that. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't pull it together tonight. So, but yeah, I mean, thanks to everybody for playing. Those games were awesome. Bronze Master did a great job. The package for Bronze Master this year, I'm going to show you guys. So first thing, Dustin put these together. These are the certificates. So these are Scrivener's. So you'll get these in the mail. It has the gold foil Achigan logo on it. We have, let's see here. We have the Smallie's personalized beanie. So that you get the 2024 Smallie Games Bronze Master has their name embroidered on it, which that's probably my favorite thing because you can wear that. We call this a long dick toboggan. You can put it on and just nobody else can have it. It's only yours. So, and then we have this is the thing I didn't order enough of, unfortunately. So you see this fancy little case here. We got a challenge coin this year like we did last year. We got Chegan logo on one side, and then we got the 2024 Games logo Bronze Master on the other side. I've
seen this.
Yeah,
they're sick.
They're pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna ask them if they can order just one more.
Yeah,
there was a mold. There was like $150 mold.
Might as well just order two more. And
yeah,
extra there.
It's pretty cool.
For your neighbor. Yeah, that's really
pretty
cool.
sick. And then the last thing, which I haven't alluded to anybody, so we did a one-off. This will never be done again. This color will never be done again
until next year's Bronze Masters.
You're right. We might do, but we'll do it with our new lure or something.
Yeah,
we'll do it with a different lure. So this is the Bronze Master Edition Munchie, and if you look on the little tag there, you can see the color is called Bronze Master. Did you see that?
Oh, I like that. Can you see that color very good on that?
I don't know. So it's it's probably hard to see, but it's like a pearl bronze mica powder. It's actually pretty sick.
Can you show?
Yeah, it's a really cool color. I don't think you can see it there either.
Maybe a little bit better, maybe.
Yeah, you guys will get them in the mail, and you guys will see how cool they are. I don't know if anybody will actually fish with them because I feel like you might want to keep that, in the package. But regardless, you get limited edition munchies, Bronze Master Color Edition. Speaking of munchies, we're working hard on getting those out. Probably we got like within the week. Not this week, but within a week we'll have them out. Don't you think?
A week from now?
Yeah, we said before the end of the month.
Yeah. Well, that'll be on you guys. I'm leaving Thursday, and I won't be back until.
I'm leaving Thursday, and I'll be back the 1st. So maybe we'll probably be at minimum. I'll get them out the first couple days of April. So we got them pretty much done. We just need to package them and trim them and stuff. So yeah. How many in a pack? You get 2 in a pack, William. You get 2 of the and they're, for those who aren't familiar with the munchies, hopefully you are. They're silicone, so they last a long time. These, we've changed up the formula. This is the new formula with the Bronze Master one. So they're like a stretchier version of it, and I think they're going to last a little bit longer than the ones we had before. So So anyways, yeah, 2 baits, 2 hooks, 2 nail weights. Thanks, Jeff. So
That's with the nose hook version. With the belly slot version, are we including hardware?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, and they might be a little cheaper. We
Yeah.
haven't done any of the belly slot ones, but I imagine they won't come with the hooks, so we're saving some money there. We'll probably keep the price down a little bit on those. All right, so now we're going to get into the last thing I wanted to wrap up was the winter Smallie games, which is what we did. And I feel like this one kind of landed a little bit with a little disappointing on the winter Smallie games. And it's not really anything, for anybody. I think it's just we had such a cold ass winter. Like this winter was colder than it's been the last 3-4 years. Which first lets me know that global warming is bullshit. So I'm joking.
Thanks a lot, Al Gore.
Yeah. But yeah, we had a really cold winter this winter, and I think it slowed it down. Like, I think the cold really started like sometime in December. December and January were just super cold. But we had a deal going on all winter, so I wanted to recognize the people that participated in that. And no, there's not any like super unfamiliar names at the top here. First with Ryan Dole with 13 submissions, so he got 13 18-inch or bigger fish. Jason Myers came in second with 9. Kevin Waddell from Virginia had 9 as well, so they both tied for second. Tony Bryant from Virginia had 8, so he was in 4th place. I had 6 submissions, and I didn't catch anything after like the first week of January. So 6 submissions. Chris right behind me, which I think he didn't submit some fish he caught at the end of February. Shame on him, but he got 6th place. Scrivener 3 through the ice, and Thomas Cox all tied up for 7th at 3. And then we have William Kenyon, Pete Witkowski with 2 apiece. And then we had Alex Dano, Hunter Hennigar, Joe Keller, and Ryan Parker with 1 each. So that's the winter games. I will post this to the Instagram as well, so you guys will be able to see that. All right, are we ready for the 2025 games, Jeff? Have we done everything we wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is a nice little pause to point out. In the Facebook group, we have 372 people, and what last year we had 172, 174. What was that number?
Last year, yeah, it was like 172, I think, 174, something like that.
Yeah, so really just under half. I mean, our Facebook group is probably the most active and like responsive and place to be. Smallie Games 2025 bragging board. There's a few questions to answer before you get in, but that's going to be the best spot to get like any answers from us.
Sorry, I just posted a comment and it literally posted it 3 times, Jason.
But that Facebook group, I figure, we have 372 people. We should easily get over 200 participating. It's not expensive to play. It's pretty fun. And this year, it's kind of like the first year, right? You should be able to get like usable pieces. It's going to be fun to play. There's good artwork. So I just want to call out everybody. Like, we have 372 people in a freaking private group that 2.5 men manage. So you have me and Magner, and then the half man is Shranko. So, we're in there, but just play. It's a couple dollars. You get at least stuff to hang up. Like, I mean, at least it fills up the holes in the wall you punch after a couple white monsters for breakfast. So,
yeah. I mean, the case for playing, I think Steve on the comment asked how much. It's $15. The boards are right now $20 if you wait until April 1st. So you can get started for $20. The stickers, we haven't really talked about how much the stickers will be. The stickers themselves are super cheap. It's just the shipping that kind of comes into play on it because we have to like pack and ship them individually. We'll get with you guys. here closer to April 1st and let you know what the pieces will cost, and we'll have them up on the website. But that kind of leads us into this year's game. So Jeff is going to kind of talk about the games, and then Andrew's going to go over the rules. Well, you guys can honestly do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. This is your guys' time because they're the ones that put in the time and effort. I think, giving Andrew the credit he deserves. Andrew did all the artwork for the games, and it's freaking sick. And for nothing else, you get a sick ass poster to hang up because this year's board is nasty. But Andrew, I'm gonna put it up after you tell me what the inspiration behind this year's games was.
I believe the inspiration was us sitting around drinking
probably
after I think it might have been the first show. So Tennessee, I think, was when we kind of really honed in on it.
Yeah.
And we were talking about themes. It always kind of it runs with a theme. And this year's was 80s video games, like the old school style. Kind of Pac-Man is one of them, but
Atari games.
Yeah, like Atari games, absolutely, yeah. And one kind of kept getting brought back. You kept bringing it back up, and it's actually one I was never familiar with. I grew up on a mud floor shack. We didn't have electricity. I never saw a video game until I was 20. So these are all unknown to me. But was Space Invaders, and you kept talking about Space Invaders, and I had no clue what it was. I started looking it up and saw the artwork, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, we can definitely play with this and make this pretty interesting."
So what did you end up calling it this year?
So instead of Space Invaders, it's Streams and Waders.
All right, so Streams and Waders 2025. Here is the board. We're gonna pop this bad boy up there, and that the thing that I would say about it myself is you should look up Space Invaders if you're not familiar with it and kind of just see where the inspiration came from. But this is hand drawn, dude.
Yeah.
It's straight up even the squares.
Yes.
It's hand drawn and scanned.
Yeah. So all of the black outlines are all hand drawn. All the color is, put in Illustrator. So it's scan it and then I vectorize it and I then add the color after the fact. But yeah, the whole image has been laid out, drawn in pencil, and then covered in ink, and then shaded. And it's pretty time consuming. And there's way more efficient ways to do it, except I refuse to learn those because I really do like that hands-on approach.
Yeah. I appreciate that about you, Andrew. You like to do things old school that way. And I do think every time I know he's done with an art project, he'd be like, "Hey dude, can I come over and scan it with your scanner?"
Yeah.
Because I have a big scanner at my house, and he always comes over and scans it. So this is Streams and Waders Small Games 2025. Pretty freaking sick board. And yeah, I think it looks like when you see it and you'll see it in person, it feels like a comic book cover. That's what it reminds me of, comic book cover. It's a really cool really, really cool deal. And yeah, if you want to.
So just to show, it's a 10 by 14. So it's not huge. I mean, it's a small poster. It's on poster board, but just to gauge the size.
Yeah.
That's how big it is.
Yeah. Pretty small.
We were trying to think of a way, when the first couple of years, the big problem with the big posters, which we all like big posters, but rolling them up, putting them in the tubes and shipping the tubes, I can't even tell you how many tubes didn't end up where they were supposed to go and turned into an absolute nightmare. So then we went to the 4-piece game last year, which I thought was pretty cool as well. But just trying to cut down and bring it kind of back to that homey feel of one game board, one time shipped out, and you're playing off that one single game board.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And it's simple this year too. It doesn't have my favorite year is still year 2. That's still my favorite year.
Which that theme was kind of that video game. It wasn't really video game, but it was that late 90s, early 2000s, like paint pixelated kind of drawing style.
So we may end up bringing, not even the design. I just mean this gameplay.
Yeah.
How you had to you could have different routes and stuff you could take. I know we'll probably do that again at some point. But this is like probably closer to year one, where it's like, just cover up every space. That's what the game is. So if you guys want to kind of go in, I also put
I would say the difference there is like the 2023 year. If I'm not mistaken, we were designing this shit in your kitchen in like January. And I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we didn't have any fishing shows that year.
Yeah.
And
a lot more time.
And yeah, we had a lot more time and rolled that stuff out, and we're able to really invest that time. And it's 100% on us. I'm not, blaming anybody but myself for like not getting into too much detail, but that really was the limiting factor.
But I think the simplicity of this game is going to make it attractive for a lot of people. It doesn't take a ton of like understanding for it. It's more like, hey, you just catch fish, you put stickers on a board, you're done.
Yeah.
So getting into the gameplay, how about Andrew, you can explain the black and red pieces, and then Jeff can talk about the wild cards, because we are bringing back wild cards this year. I feel like it's one of those things that's part of the game that it evens the playing field a little bit. So you can't just go out and catch a ton of fish and beat it. You got to be strategic with some of the challenges that we have.
Yeah, you want to put that board? Yeah, you're gonna put. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you bring the game pieces here, or are they at the office?
I brought one.
Okay.
Set.
So, just as an example,
I can't see that.
Yeah.
You can only see the game board.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll take it off.
Here are the game pieces. That is right there as one of the red squares. So we have 3 game pieces this year. We have a red square, we have a black square, and we have a chartreuse square. They're tiny little pieces. They're 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, which is the same size as the squares that you see around the border, and kind of filling in the top left and the bottom right corners, making those triangles. There's 114 pieces, I believe, to play. And all these are the only 3 pieces that we'll have. So the red squares will correspond with any fish submitted that's between 17 and just under 19.
So basically a 16 to 18 piece.
17 to 18.
Or
16, yeah. 17s and 18s will be a red square. You submit a fish and you get 1 red square to play.
Okay.
The black squares are 19s and all the way through 23, but you get more squares for the bigger fish that you catch.
Okay.
So a 19 will be worth 2 black squares. Okay. Now, red squares can only be played in the border, and this is lined out in the rules. They can only be played in the border, and black squares can be played in the border or in the top left triangle. Okay.
So they can be played anywhere besides where the crawfish.
Anywhere that's not watermarked for something else, they can be played.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And so on and so forth. So the larger the fish you get, the more pieces you get. A 20, you get 3. A 21, you get 5. A 22, you get 10. And a 23, which we haven't had yet, maybe this year's going to be the bust. The breaker will get that individual will get 20 black squares. So you'll be able to fill in essentially, just over 1/5 of the board with 1 fish submission.
Yeah, and the 22s you get 10. So you got to think that's almost half of the top row for 1 fish.
Yeah. Yep.
So, so it's actually more than the half of the sides. So it's a pretty impactful fish if you catch those really top end fish. It's going to go a long way. It's going to basically be worth 10 18s.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yep.
So,
and the third piece is the chartreuse. So both the fish piece have that little Smallie decal that we used from Smallie Games 2023, that pixelated smallmouth, as well as the crawfish are the chartreuse. The chartreuse are the wild card pieces, which I'm not going to get into too much detail, but it's the wild card and the challenges. And I'll let Jeff kind of talk about that.
And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
10 wild card.
There are
pieces.
10 required wild card pieces. Now, wild cards can be played anywhere, but it even says in the rules, and we would recommend that you fill in the required spots first. But then wild cards can be played anywhere else.
So hypothetically, you have to have at least 10 wild cards to beat it. But if you get more than 10, you can use them to fill in other spots. Can you fill in the corner up here where
Yes.
the black things are?
So then the next thing is the corners, those inside of the border, you can only play black pieces or the chartreuse pieces. So basically you have to play a black piece. You have to catch a 19 and you have to have 10 wild cards at minimum, plus all the other pieces to beat this game. So that's a minimum requirement.
So technically you don't have to catch a 20.
This year you don't have to catch 20.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's definitely a different variable than we had last year. So I feel like the most fun thing that we do with this game is the like when I said I liked the game from 2023 the best.
Mm-hmm.
Those had all the snacks requirements, which kind of, I mean, just being being honest, like for me, it forced me to throw lures that I'd never thrown before. And like one of them, like I remember distinctly, I was at the upper Mississippi and I was throwing a frog for smallmouth for fucking ever, dude. I threw frog for like 2 straight days. And I remember thinking that like I would have never thought to throw in this frog unless I had played this game. And to me, that's cool because it forced me out of my comfort zone. And if you've ever seen a smallmouth hit a frog, holy shit, dude.
They were getting crushed.
Oh my God, dude. I was like, this is amazing. And there was a lot of grass that year.
Yeah.
So we were throwing it on a bunch of grass. It was so cool. I know Dave Yerke had mentioned about munch eaters. I'll let Jeff talk about that. But Jeff, talk about I don't think we know exactly what we're doing for the it's going to be a little bit ad lib for the wild cards, but go ahead and explain wild cards and what you plan on doing with them.
So just as in like the last year talking to Josh, wild cards are probably going to be decided like 2 days before we need to post them because it's a new month. But we're essentially going to mix them. So you remember 2 years ago we did the snacks challenges, and then we've had wild cards pretty much every year in a sense. So it's all going to be the same. There's going to be different challenges, different thresholds to it. We may limit some. It's been talked about that soccer ball's been kicked around to where the first 20 people get them, and after that it's shut off for the month, or it may be a week-long thing. So you guys are going to have to stay tuned in to social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's all going to be posted there on what we decide on for those months. I feel like the last 3 years we've kicked it off because we've started in March, the first month wild card's been trash pickup, and then we've added in other things. So you're going to see those come at different times where we might throw trash pickup in June or July when it's hot and some of the river guys are having a harder time, or the bank fishermen. You just don't know. So you're going to have to keep up to date with us.
So it's not going to be predictable is what you're saying.
Yeah. As I am, I will just show up at your front door. We're going to figure it out on the fly.
I can attest to this.
Yeah. I've slept in Josh's house.
Yes, you have, next to me in my bed. No,
that was Tennessee. That's a different zip code. It doesn't count. It's fine. But yeah, we're going to try to keep on top of the challenges. We may not call them wild cards. We may not call them snack challenges. It might just be challenges or wild cards, all together. So you'll see those month by month. It's going to change. You could see one come in for 5 days in June, and that's the only 5 days you have to do it. So we're going to keep up to date on that. And like I said, the 30-day thing's big. Don't be stacking up a bunch of fish. I got, last year I was trying to save it month by month as I fished. So I was like, oh, these are my June fish. I'm not going to fish the next 2 days because it's storming. So I submitted all my stickers. I'm going to try to do some videos because I had people last year that didn't know you could add like multiple pictures at once. Just check them all on your phone and upload them, and then change the quantity of, say the 17 to 18 inch sticker up to 15, because that's the fish you submitted. So there are easy ways to do it. It's a growing process, but try to answer all the questions I can. Stay active on Facebook. That group's where everything's going to be at. But the challenges are going to be fun this year.
And if you're not in that group, Jeff, if you're not in that group, I know you plug it all the time. Get Facebook. We understand Facebook's for boomers. Guess what? Most of us are boomers in this watching this video. I get it. You need to be in that Facebook group. That is where, like, all the interaction, I feel like, that's valuable takes place. It's a pretty active, like, during the season, like, it really is pretty active. People are posting up pictures. Like, get in that group. If you're not in that group, go find it. Smallie Games Bragging Board is what it's called. So get in it.
No, Myers, we do not blame me. That's all Josh. But yeah, we're going to stay on top of it. I got, at least one challenge just to drive my father, Randall, along up a wall. So that's
yeah, I'm excited. I feel like the challenges in, the doing some stuff with the munchies. And, we have about 40 people on here right now. One of the things I can promise you that we will do is we will give some kind of prototype tokens out during this game. So we already have one prototype that's in development that literally not one person has thrown in the water, not even me yet. And what I want to do is where, like, you can win a prototype token where you can go on our website and buy, or maybe not buy, just order a prototype, and it'll give you the right for us to send one of our prototypes for testing, which it's kind of a cool way to prototype a lure. There's not many people get to prototype lures. Like, you have to be on, like, high level pro staffs and stuff to do that. This is a way for you to prototype and give feedback on a lure that we haven't released yet. And you can throw it in tournaments, you can throw it wherever. So we're definitely going to do some prototype tokens in these and get super creative with them. I don't know where Jeff went.
I don't know either.
Disappeared. Oh, but I can definitely say that, the wild card thing. If I know Jeff, he's going to be doing some weird. It's going to get weird. You may be fishing with no pants on. There's going to be all kinds of weird stuff going on. So I feel like that's going to be really fun this year is getting the wild cards going. So definitely, yeah, Jeff went looking for tokens. He's like scrambling on the floor. But yeah, we're going to do some fun things with it. And then, kind of like to double down on this, like, the bronze master packages, I know that's not like worth a ton of money per se, because it's a beanie and a coin and some lures, but it's exclusive. So, like, we always make whatever bronze master package, you can only get that if you beat this game. And, like, if for nothing else, you get to hang a certificate on your wall that shows, like, hey, I'm a bronze master. I know, some guys will put them on their Instagram profile and stuff like that. It's an accomplishment that takes a lot of commitment and time. And it shows you're like a legit smallmouth angler. So yeah, I know. Please have a phallic lure category. What is an actual phallic lure though that you, besides those dick lures, you can actually buy?
I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% positive. You could fish with a 6-inch dildo and catch a smallmouth on it.
We only have 8 in this house.
I'm just thinking Munchie 6 inches. There's got to be a small one out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff. I feel like Jeff's going to do some pretty crazy stuff with it. So, as far as the rest of the game goes, one, I guess if you guys have any questions, put in the comments, because I am actively looking at the comments. Yeah, Tom says use it on your resume, replaces education requirements. Just go into an interview and just put bronze master on your resume.
Hired.
It's under skills. I'm gonna put it under my skills.
Yeah, it just what is the Step Brothers? Are they going with their resume? I can't remember.
I'd like to interview as a
Yeah,
team.
I don't remember either.
But yeah, it's a cool thing. It's a cool accomplishment. You get recognized, so yeah. And next year, I actually kind of kicking myself. I was thinking about that on the way here. You know what we should have done last year for the board? It was like neon. I should have done the neon toboggan.
Oh yeah.
So
those look good though. That color, that slate with the black and the bronze. Yeah, it looks good.
Maybe we'll do one like yellow and red this year.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty sick. Yellow and red.
Black and red and chartreuse.
Yeah, maybe we'll do
Josh,
that.
This might be a good point. So I told Josh I was going to do this. I will not tell anybody what the gift is, but in this box, the first 15 people that sign up, I'll be doing, the first 50 people that buy boards, whether that's tonight, this week, tomorrow, I'll be putting your names on a wheel, the little name generator thing, and doing a wheel spin. And then the second 50 will get put on a different one for a smaller gift. I won't tell you what it is, but when we hit that 50, I'll get the names, I'll import them in, and we'll do a draw, and then I will mail that to you. And it's pretty cool. I was going to do a giveaway last year. It's literally been sitting in this box for about 15 months. So the guy that sent it to me probably won't be happy, but he doesn't even know about that.
Jeff, we were talking about you doing a spin-off of Smallie Talk podcast. You know what we should do? I just had the idea. It should be
I already trademarked it, by the way.
Oh, you should do a Cheegan After Dark, dude. That's what you should do. A Cheegan After Dark. And we should give away a bunch of shit. It should be a completely uncensored show. Maybe we shouldn't say
I already have a pending trademark for a podcast. That's why I have this set up with my monitors and microphone and everything. Right. So
I want to be one on. Will you have me?
If you want to invest in it, we can draft up the paperwork.
Yeah. So I think Keegan asked, will you release a separate video of how to play? Yeah, we can do some. It's not going to be a highly produced video or anything like that, but yeah, we'll have some videos on how to play. Really pretty easy though. I mean, I'll post this up, which we talk about it, but your best friend with how to play is if you go to the product page, there's a link at the bottom where it says, look at the, if you want to see the rules, click here. And there's a link where it says here that will take you to the rules. And that is the best way to actually look how to play. And it's simple. I mean, at its core, you catch smallmouth, you purchase the stickers by uploading the picture of your smallmouth on a board
with the identifier decal on it.
And then you get the stickers in the mail and you put them on your board. Now, different stickers go different places, and that's where you can look at the rules. But you're just trying to fill up all the empty spaces, basically. And if you do that, you're a bronze master. So, it's a simple game. It really is simple. Whereas a couple of years ago, we were doing you could take shortcuts by catching certain fish. We do have bonus stickers again this year. What do we do them for 20 and above?
Yeah, 20 and above.
So 20 inches and above gets the bonus stickers, which are basically the stickers that say 20, 21, 22 on it. So 20 and above gets bonus stickers.
Or we could call them your tally stickers.
Yeah, tally stickers. Yeah, that's a good idea. So you get those with the, game pieces. But yeah, and as far as that goes, I don't know that there's any kind of crazy, thing that'll confuse everybody other than Jeff doing the wild cards, because I guarantee he'll do some shit that you'll be like, what the hell is this all about? So the only thing I'll say, Jeff, is what you have to keep it as whatever people do, the only way they can prove they did it is they upload a picture on here. So we can't do anything that's outside the realm of that. They have to prove it somehow. by uploading a picture. But yeah, we'd appreciate it if everybody on this this thing plays, which I assume most people aren't play. Just invite one person, tag one buddy. When we put up the launch post, tag a buddy on on the Instagram or Facebook and like have them play, because that's really where we get most of the people. It's a buddy saying, I played, you should play, and you play. It's small games are better together.
Yeah. It's a group effort.
Yeah, it's better together. And it's not really a competition. It's more, I've always said this because people want to turn it into a tournament, which we do have the 20-inch leaderboard. I'm totally down for that. But it is not angler versus angler. It is angler versus fish. That is what it is. It is you out there trying to catch the fish and have an accomplished season. It's not you trying to fish better than the guy next to you. And that encourages, to me, like going out on group floats and trips and stuff where you're like not compete. Because in a tournament, I'm like, I lone wolf it. Like I will not fish with people because I don't want to be competing, sharing water with someone I'm competing with. But small games isn't like that. It's definitely a more of a get out there, hang out with your buddies. And also it pushes you to become a better fisherman, get out of your comfort zone and go out there and, catch big smallmouth. So yeah, that's all I got. What else?
This year, I know we did it last year. Last year might've been the first time that we did a discount. Like if you're ordering, if you order something off the Chegan website,
we'll do that again.
Yeah. The pieces are free.
If you order anything off the Chegan website at all, hat, other than another decal,
Apparel.
Anything that's not a decal, you get your pieces for free. So that actually worked really well last year. So we should have a steady stream of new stuff coming out. I will say this, munchies count towards that. So if you buy munchies on our website, all your game pieces for free. So you could literally just get game pieces free all year long if you just order a munchie every time you place a game piece. So, there you go. You can tell your wife, babe, I have to get these game pieces for free. I have to order another lure. I'm sorry. It's just part of the game. So I feel like we have to do that. So yeah, Randy, angler versus wild card. Randy, I want to hear it, dude. You can get wild cards for sure. So anyways, you boys have anything else? Jeff, you got anything else?
What? Oh, did anybody that participated in Winter Smallie games know what the code stands for?
What?
You guys got any guesses? Josh, Andrew?
No.
I don't remember.
So J2C3S was the Winter Smallie.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what that is.
It's for Josh Shrinko sucks 23-inch smallmouth.
Oh, I forgot to mention last year's koozies and t-shirts I just put on sale. The koozies are $2, the t-shirts are $10, and we have a decent amount left. We probably have like 30 or so left of the t-shirts. We have like 50 koozies left. $2 for the koozies, $10 for the t-shirts. Go on and get one from last year. It's one of the cheapest ways you're ever going to get a Chegan gear. So just hop on there and grab some of that stuff. We're liquidating it. We're also going to have a clearance sale with some stuff that we're not going to restock. We're going to try to get that up here pretty soon. So you guys look out for that. We'll have some clearance items that you'll be able to snag some cheap Chegan gear before we start restocking some of our new stuff this year. So that's all I got. Nothing else.
I don't have much else either.
All right. Game start 4-1. Boards will start shipping out as soon as we get the koozies. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send us a message. Really excited for this year. I anticipate more bronze masters than last year, than 11, I think, but it's still going to be a challenge. This is going to be, you're going to have to dedicate yourself. No 16s this year. I'd say that's probably one of the biggest changes. So you're going to have to get after it. So appreciate you guys. Thanks, Jeff, Mr. Commissioner, for taking that that job. So any sort of discrepancies on submissions going to Jeff. He's going to be the final sayer. So Jeff is going to rule with an iron fist. So you guys better get your mouths closed, get your tails pinched, make sure they're touching the line, because I've seen Jeff scrutinize these fish on measuring boards, and he's like, oh, that's a Smallie game's 20. He doesn't like it, so you better.
Even 21, baby.
I just really come over like, I don't know.
Is there a space there?
I don't know. I actually think that's pretty legit. So, anyways, that's all I got, boys. Thanks a lot. Free the fighter.